Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the Red Zone on the Friday before Christmas, as we are here for girls basketball action as the Tinora Rams are in town to take on the homestanding Lady Aces. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Kate Murphy with us, taking care of the camera duties this evening. And we're going to be here for both the matchups tonight, the junior varsity and the varsity contest between the Tinora Rams and the Hicksville Lady Aces. Been a good season for the Lady Aces so far, doing very well. And, we'll see how they match up against the Rams here tonight in the junior varsity contest. Rams starting 5, heading out onto the field. We're going to check the numbers real quickly here. And we'll give you the starting 5 as best we can. I see number 12 out there. That's Alexa Dietrich. Number 14 is Alexis Metz. Number 23 is Madison Brown. And number 21 is out there as well, Sydney Grieser. She's going to be jumping center against Madison Siebenaller. And it looks like number 22, Grace Burkholder, out there for the Rams as well. Harley Schumann, wearing number 24, is out there for the Lady Aces, has his number 30, Madison Siebenaller. Number 21 is Alexis Kearns. Number 11, Taylor Gipple. And number 5 is Emily Sanders. Rams with the ball to get things started. Underway, quarter number 1. Again, junior varsity girls basketball action. Pass to Burkholder is off of her shoe tops and out of bounds. It'll be the Aces ball. Kearns will come down to handle the inbounds chores. Alexis looks things over, gets it into Gipple. Gipple, long pass down the court, overshoots Siebenaller, and it's grabbed by Burkholder. Burkholder tosses it over to Brown. Madison Brown, top of the key. Bounce pass in, kicks it right back out to Madison. Work their way around the perimeter, see if they can get something to open up against the Lady Aces. Down into the wing, shot up from inside the three-point arc, and that is good. Madison Brown, first points of the night. Makes it a 2-0 game. Advantage Rams. On the other end, Siebenaller looks to answer. Work it around down low, up, and in and out, no good. Rams grab the rebound. There was a nice-looking shot by Taylor Gipple, just rimmed out of there. Back the other way, Brown tossing it to Metz. Metz up to Dietrich. Dietrich will look over the Aces defense. Burkholder down low, up, and it looks like that's going to be a foul. Siebenaller is going to pick up her first personal, and that is going to put Grace Burkholder at the line for the Lady. I keep wanting to say Lady Rams, but I just can't do that because it's not right. So we're just going to call them the Rams. Because you can't really have a Lady Ram. I guess you can, but we're not going to. Second shot is good for Burkholder. Makes it 3-0. I'm finished editorializing. So down low, Siebenaller up off glass, no good. Put back, no good. And we'll finally have a foul as Harley Schumann will hit the deck. And Schumann will shoot 2. Harley's first one, no good. Somebody's put a lid on the bucket here tonight so far for the Lady Aces. See some member of the boys varsity team coming in to root the gals on tonight. Schumann misses them both, but grabs her own rebound, gets it down low to Siebenaller, puts it up off the back of the iron, no good. Kearns tries to follow back up, and her shot's no good. And we're going to have a whistle. And that's going to be called on Burkholder, it looks like. So Lady Aces will get the ball. Burkholder throwing the elbows around a little bit there. Looking to get it inbound. Sanders off of out of bounds, and it'll go back. Last touched by the Rams. So Emily will just go from the baseline over to the side of the court. And a quick substitution for Tinora as Tristan Ackerman, wearing number 15, will come in for the Rams. Inbounds to Schumann. Schumann kicks it out to Kearns. Kearns, shot up and good. And that's 3 for Emily Sanders. So just like that, we're tied. Coming the other way, Madison Brown tosses it over to Metz. Metz tries to bounce pass it inside, stolen away by Schumann. Schumann's going to go the distance, puts it up, short, no good. Rebound comes down, and that's going to be grabbed by Gipple. Gipple gets it to Sanders, down low to Schumann again. She loses the handle, and it's going to be a jump ball on the baseline. Ace's ball on the possession arrow. Inbounds to Kearns. Alexis flips it into Siebenaller. Madison kicks it right back out to Schumann. To Sanders. Back to Kearns. Alexis bounce it in. Lexi Kearns going to drive in. No good. Rebound put back up by Siebenaller. She's going to get fouled. Maddie's going to go to the line for the first time tonight. That's going to be the second team foul on the Rams. As Garris getting ready to check in for Tinora. Madison Siebenaller at the line to shoot 2. First shot, good. Siebenaller gives the Lady Aces their first lead of the game, 4-3. Garris will come in for the Rams. Second shot also good. So 2 early points for Madison Siebenaller. Other way with the Rams. They throw it down to Garris. Long cross-court pass. Bouncing around. Rams maintain control. Shot put up. No good. Grabbed by Schumann. Schumann loses a dribble, though. It's picked up by Grieser. Grieser tries to throw it down low to Ackerman, and she'll be fouled by Kearns. And Elizabeth Schaefer will come into the game and give Taylor Gipple a breather. Quick inbounds for the Rams. Bounce pass into the paint. Put up, and they get the friendly bounce, and Grieser gets a bucket. Schaefer, cross half court, down to Schumann. Schumann almost loses it, controls the ball, down low. Siebenaller, nice move, puts it up and in. Quickly the other way for the Rams. Down into the corner, shot is up, and that's good. It's a long 2 for Garris. We're tied at 7. Siebenaller kicks it back out to Kearns. Kearns from just inside three-point land, and that's good. Alexis Kern gets her first points of the night to make it 9-7 Aces. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Out of bounds, going to stay with the Rams. 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Aces with a bucket lead. Rams get the ball inbounds to Garris. She quickly takes it back to Brown. Brown look things over. Top of the key. They'll work it around the perimeter. Garris will pull the trigger from long distance. No good. Siebenaller grabs the board. Gets it over to Sanders. Schumann winds up with it. Back to Siebenaller. Siebenaller gets it partially blocked, and the ball is grabbed by Brown. And we come back the other way with the Rams. Brown. Shot up. No good. Grabbed by Garris. And we're going to have a whistle. And that's going to be on number 5, Emily Sanders. Common foul, so it'll be the Rams ball out of bounds, and Ackerman will flip it inbounds to Brown. Down low, Ackerman puts it up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. as Caitlin Gordon will come into the game and Lexi Kearns will sit down. Rams ball, they get the inbounds. Brown over to Dietrich. Dietrich over to the corner, and that is good for Garris. 4 points now for Kennedy as the Rams go back up 10-9. So I guess that was 3. And we'll get 2 on the other end for the Aces. Dietrich launches it down low, partially blocked. And we're going to have... she got waylaid there on side court. And that'll be Gordon's first foul. Team foul number 4 on the Aces. A couple more substitutions as, let's see, Metz coming back into the game for the Rams. Also into the game for Tinora, Sarah Harris, number 10, excuse me. And number 33 is Caroline Roars. Ball loose, and Schaefer tried to save it, stepped on the end line, so it'll be Rams ball. Again, Metz will handle the inbounds. Looking need some help. Tosses it in. Stolen away by Sanders. Sanders tries to get it down to Schaefer. It's deflected and into the hands of Schumann. Schumann goes to take the shot, and she's hacked. And she's going to go to the line. Harley Schumann is fouled. And with the Aces up 11-10, Harley's going to have a chance to add to the lead. 46.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Off the back of the iron, no good. She'll get one more. And Schumann gets that one to make it 12-10. Other way. That's for 3 and no good. Gordon grabs the rebound over to Schumann. Schumann gets it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Aces. That was Harris pulling the trigger for the Rams from long distance. She'll come up and guard Schumann for the inbounds play. Harley gets it into Sanders. Sanders takes it across half court with 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Sanders working around the perimeter. Bounce pass down low to Gordon, who launches it up. No good. Ball's being volleyballed around loose, and it's going to be a jump ball between Schumann and Harris. And the possession arrow will give it to the Rams. Tristan Ackerman gets the ball and tosses it into Alexis Metz. Metz to Harris. Back to Metz. And a travel. The Rams will turn it over to the Aces with 13.7 left to go in quarter number 1. Schumann with the ball. Gets it into Schaefer. Schaefer down to Siebenaller. Maddie up and good. 6 points now for Madison. 14-10. And slapped out of there by Schaefer. She just deflected that pass with authority, smacked the ball. And time expires, and after one quarter, it's the Aces leading the Rams by 4, 14-10 in this junior varsity girls basketball game. We get ready for the second quarter. We'll say a big thank you for the first time tonight to our basketball broadcast underwriter here on Hicksville Community Television. And that, of course, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, a brand spanking new dealership. Well, not quite brand spanking new, but pretty darn new. If you haven't had a chance to stop by and check it out, you owe it to yourself to do so. And Jim Schmidt Ford in Hicksville. Of course, the Schmidt name and the Schmidt quality of dealerships have been around for a long, long time. And they would like nothing better than to show you just what they mean when they talk about giving you a quality deal and terrific service before, during, and after the sale. Stop by and check out the selection on the lots for your next vehicle. Whether you're looking for something brand spanking new or pre-owned, you owe it to yourself again to stop by and check out the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships or online at jimschmidtauto.com. Proud to have them as our basketball broadcast underwriters for the 2015-16 season here on Hicksville Community Television. Aces will have the ball, center court on the sideline to get things started in quarter number 2. They're up by 4. Quick inbounds and stolen away from Sanders, out of bounds, and the Aces will have it on the baseline. That was Alexis Metz coming up behind Sanders and slapping the ball out of her hands. Sanders, long inbounds to Kearns. Kearns will kick it out. Shot up, no good. And let's see, Klima had it for a while. And all of a sudden done, Taylor Gipple gets fouled, and she's going to go to the line. And she'll shoot 2. 13 seconds expired out of the second quarter. Gipple, no points yet tonight. Taylor's first shot is good. Gipple will have one more. And she gets them both. 2 points for Taylor Gimple off the charity stripe, and we'll come back the other way with the Rams. Madison Brown tosses it over to Harris. Harris drives baseline, puts it up, grabs her own rebound. She's going to get tied up with Kearns. Jump ball, and that one should be the Rams' ball. Yep. So Harris, quick inbounds to Brown. Brown to Ackerman, back to Harris, off her hands and out of bounds. Ackerman a little too much mustard on the pass. Out of bounds, and it'll be the Aces' ball. And Lexi Kearns will get ready to get it inbounds. Looking for some help. She launches it over Schumann's head, and it's going to go out of bounds. And people go spilling all over the place. Ackerman looks like she might have banged her knee. She's got a brace on it, but she pops right back up. Ackerman's going to get ready to inbounds to Brown. Aces will drop back on defense. Brown takes it across the timeline. Over to Harris. She'll kick it back out to Metz. Metz back to Brown. Brown working around the perimeter. Brown drives in, tries to feed it down low, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. I think she's trying to get it into Greaser down there in the paint. Greaser will handle the inbounds, and it'll go out of bounds again. It'll stay with the Rams. Now Brown will inbounds. Tries to get it into Greaser, and it's going to be, well, I guess they're going to say Lexi got some of the wrist. Nope, they're going to call that on the Rams. So that'll be team foul number 5 on Tinora. And they'll get the ball back to the Aces. Kearns gets it into Sanders. Some pressure from the Rams. Lady Aces. Gipple down to Klima. Klima to Kearns. Alexis driving in, kick it back out to Klima. She'll take a shot, no good. Schumann gets the board, puts it up and in. Harley Schumann. Put her down for 2. Other way with the Rams, Brown. Over to Harris. Harris from way out there, no good. A long 3. Klima grabs the board. Gets it back to Sanders. She'll hold it up a little bit while the Aces set their offense. Sanders facing Harris. Bounce pass down to Klima. Klima Back out to Sanders on the wing. Cross court to Gipple. Inside to Schumann. Her turnaround jumper up, in and out, no good. And we're going to have another jump ball between Klima and Greaser. And that should go to the Lady Aces. Vasquez coming in for the Rams. For the Aces. In for the Rams is Dietrich and Burkholder back in the game. Inbounds to Klima. She'll put it up. No good. Vasquez battles for the rebound. And it's going to come up into Ackerman's hand. They'll toss it over. Brown will wind up with it. She'll take it across the timeline. Madison Brown over to Dietrich. They'll work it around the perimeter. Burkholder. Brown, up. No good. Vasquez grabs the rebound. Back to Sanders now. Sanders down to Schumann. Schumann into Vasquez. Vasquez going to put it up a little bit short. Rebound, Greaser. Greaser over to Brown. Brown down to Garris. Garris will pass it over to Dietrich. Dietrich back to Garris. Garris will pull the trigger. In and out, no good. Kearns grabs the board. Lexi to Sanders. Sanders going to take it all the way. Up, no good. Vasquez with the putback. Count it. Tori Vasquez gets a bucket. Makes it 20-10. Rams looking to get things back under control as they've let the Aces go on quite a run here. Shot is up, and that's good. It's a long two for Dietrich. Quick inbounds to Schumann. Harley down to Vasquez. Vasquez is going to put it up. No good. Schumann grabs the board. She'll put it up off glass and in. Schumann gets the bucket, and the Rams need to talk about it. As again, Hicksville up by 10, 22-12, with about 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. So the Aces have been getting it done and looking pretty good here so far in this junior varsity game. Quick update as we look at things here in this first half of both teams. Let's see, 5 fouls committed by the Rams and 4 by the Aces. And with 2:32 to go, we'll see if either of them gets into the bonus here before halftime. It's going to be Rams ball. They're going to have it on the baseline, and Tristan Ackerman is going to bounce it in to Madison Brown. And Brown will take it up court. Brown to Greaser. Greaser over to Dietrich. Turn it around. Greaser's going to take the shot. No good. Ball grabbed by Harley Schumann. Schumann quickly down the court. She's going to put it up, and she's going to be fouled. And Harley Schumann's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that's going to be on Sydney Greaser with 2:13 to go in quarter number 2. Schumann lining it up. Harley's first shot, no good. Riley Figgins in the game now for the Aces, wearing number 1. Schumann's second one, good. Got the friendly bounce. 6 points now for Harley. Garris flips it over to Dietrich, down low. Back around to Brown. Shot is up, and that's good for Madison. Aces, long inbounds to Vasquez. Vasquez going to drive the hoop, and she's going to get whistled for the offensive foul. Vasquez gets the charge, and it's the Rams ball. They're down by 9. Madison Brown over to Garris. Garris to Dietrich. They'll work it around the perimeter. Kearns slaps it out of bounds. Stay with the Rams with 1:36 to go in the half. Brown into Dietrich. Right back to Brown. Long cross-court pass. There's nobody there. Goes out of bounds. It'll be the Aces ball on the side. Down in the corner. Kearns gets it into Schumann. Right back to Kearns. Alexis. Bounce pass over to Harley Schumann to Sanders. Emily's going to look things over. Take a little air out here. Sanders going to work it around on the outside. She's going to pull the trigger from three-point land. No good. Kearns grabs the board. Backs out of a double team. Tosses it over to Vasquez. Vasquez kicks it back out to Kearns. Kearns into the paint. They'll move it around. Sanders pulls the trigger. No good. Kearns grabs the rebound. Alexis. Back to Sanders. Sanders with 51 seconds. To Vasquez. Vasquez back to Kearns. Kearns going to drive into the paint. Going to put it up short. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Aces. Ackerman inbounds it to Metz. Metz to Garris. Garris to Harris. Harris. Pull the trigger on no good. Ackerman tries to put it up, and she's going to get fouled. And Tristan Ackerman's going to go to the line. Again, Rams down by 9, 23-14. And Tristan Ackerman, who has been held scoreless so far tonight, going to see if she can get her name in the scorebook. Ackerman's first one is good. Tristan Ackerman makes it 23-15. Caitlin Gordon back into the game for the Lady Aces, and also Caroline Roars coming in for the Rams. Ackerman's second one is also good. So Harley Schumann to Sanders with 20 seconds. Sanders down to Vasquez, who puts it up off glass, no good. Ackerman grabs the rebound, and I think we're going to have a foul called. And that's going to be on Riley Figgins, and that's going to put the Rams into the bonus with 11.1 seconds. We're going to go down to the other end and shoot 1 and 1. It'll be Tristan Ackerman at the line for the Rams. Down by 7. Ackerman's first one, no good. It'll be Aces ball. Knocked out of bounds. 9.3 seconds. Vasquez to Schumann. Schumann to Sanders. Sanders down court to Vasquez. Vasquez will pull the trigger. Good. Tori Vasquez takes the shot and time expires, and that's the end of the first half. And the Lady Aces looking good in the first half of this junior varsity game. It's halftime, and Hicksville leads Tinora 25-16. We're going to take a break, but stick around. I'll be back, and we'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Welcome back. About a minute before the second half gets underway in this junior varsity girls game. And again at halftime, if you just joined us, it's the Aces leading the Rams 25-16. Unofficial first half scoring, it goes this way for Tinora. They've got Kennedy Garris with 5 points in the first half, 4 points unofficially for Madison Brown, and then 2 points each for Alexa Dietrich, for Tristan Ackerman and Sydney Grieser, and 1 point from the free throw line for Grace Burkholder. On the Aces side, a couple of Lady Aces with 6 points to their credit. Both Harley Schumann and Madison Siebenaller, each of them with 2 field goals and 2 free throws for 6 apiece. For tonight so far for Tori Vasquez, 3 from Emily Sanders on a 3-point field goal. And then 2 points each for Liz Schaefer and for Taylor Gipple and for Alexis Kearns. And that adds up 25-16. So the squads will head back out onto the court, and we'll get ready to get the second half underway. It'll be Tenora's ball to get things started here in the second half. Madison Brown will get ready to handle the inbounds chores for the Rams. 6 minutes, and we got to wait for. All right, we got to wait for the Tenora representative to get back to the scoring table. There we go. And now we're all set. And the Rams inbounds the ball. Metz has it. She'll toss it over to Brown. Brown on the wing. We're underway. Almost stolen by Schumann. Ackerman, they try to get it down low. Ball is loose. And we're going to have a whistle. And I think that they're going to call that one on Alexis Metz. It'll be the Aces ball. Quick inbounds. Sanders. Kick it back over to Kearns. Alexis Kearns, top of the key. Lexi will drive it down towards the baseline. She'll put it up off the side of the backboard. No good. Rebound comes down to Grieser. Grieser tosses it down to Brown. Brown down into the corner to Dietrich. Dietrich tries to feed it inside. It's loose on the floor, and Schaefer comes up with it. She'll toss it over to Schumann. Schumann to Sanders, almost over her head, but she gets control. Over to Gipple. Gipple puts up. No good. And we're going to have a whistle on the rebound. And we'll see if Harley Schumann it's going to be on number 22, Grace Burkholder. So Burkholder picks up the second team foul of this second half for the Rams. And a rebound, they battle with it for it, and Kearns comes up with it. She'll get it around. Gipple will pull up, and her shot will be short. Rebound grabbed by Burkholder. She'll toss it over to May Brown, and Brown will take it across the timeline to Dietrich. Dietrich over to Metz. Metz will work it back over to Brown, and we'll reset things. Metz and back to Dietrich. Try to feed it down low to Burkholder, and we're going to have another whistle and another foul. And that's going to be on Kearns. So Alexis Kearns picks up the personal foul. Harris and Ackerman back in the game for the Rams as Burkholder will have a seat. 4:35 and still no scoring in the second half. Vasquez in the game for the Aces now. Rebound goes off her hip. Ackerman will put it up and no good. And we're going to have another foul. And that's going to be on Vasquez, I believe. Tori Vasquez will pick up the personal. Team foul number 2. And Rams will have it on the baseline. Gordon getting ready to check back in for Hicksville. Gipple, Sanders, Schumann, Schaefer. Now Gipple comes out, so Gordon and Vasquez on the floor for the Lady Aces. Bounce pass, shot up, and a nice roll for Grieser. Gets the first points of the second half. Sanders with the ball now for the Lady Aces, leading by 7. Stolen away, ball loose on the floor. And still loose, and we're going to have a travel. And it'll go over to the Aces. Sanders will get ready to inbounds it. Sanders off of Gordon's hands, but Schaefer deflects it, and now it's going to be loose on the floor again, and we're going to have another whistle. And they're going to whistle Harley Schumann. So Schumann will get the personal foul. Garris will be back into the game for the Rams. She'll spell Brown will sit down and get a breather. And it'll be Metz with the ball for Tinora to Harris. Harris from three-point land, no good. Sanders grabs the board. She's off to the races. Bounce pass to Schumann, puts it up, and good. Harley Schumann with the bucket. She's got 8 points now. Quickly back the other way. Garris back to Metz, deflected. Garris grabs it. Bounce pass down to Ackerman. Back to Metz. Feeds it inside. Turnaround jumper's no good for Greaser. Gordon with the rebound for the Lady Aces. To Schumann, quickly to Sanders. Sanders, her pull-up jumper off the iron and no good. Ackerman with it for the Rams, having some trouble from Vasquez. Gets it out of there. Rams break the pressure, come back the other way. Harris on the wing. She'll drive into the paint. And she's going to be fouled. I'm not sure who that might have been on Gordon, number 33. But I'm not sure who they called for that one. Harris's shot in and out, no good. So Harris remains scoreless so far tonight. 3:02 as we're halfway through quarter number 3. Second shot, that one is good. So Harris now has her point for the night. Schumann, alley-oop pass to Sanders. It's deflected. Ackerman comes up with it for the Rams. She'll toss it over to Metz, and Metz will get tripped up, and she'll go down. And that's going to be another foul on the Aces. And they'll call that one on Schumann. Team foul number 4 on Hicksville. So, and Schaefer will come out of the game. Madison Siebenaller back on the floor. Metz to Garris, down the corner to Harris. Harris for 3, no good. Schumann grabs the board. Quickly down the side court, over to Siebenaller, who stops, puts it up, no good. And a battle between Gordon and Greaser. Caitlin Gordon loses her hairband. Gets that back in place. And it'll be Emily Sanders, the inbounds for the Aces, as Metz will come out of the game for the Rams. Siebenaller, bounce pass to Sanders, to Vasquez, knocked out of bounds. Stay with the Aces. Sanders to Vasquez. Vasquez for 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound Siebenaller. Siebenaller inside to Caitlin Gordon, loses it. Rolling around loose. Comes up. Sanders with it. She puts it up and in. Emily Sanders gets the bucket. Make it 29-19. A 10-point lead for the Aces. On the other side, 3-pointers no good from Kennedy Garris. Harris grabs the rebound. Rams will reset. Garris to Ackerman down in the corner. Ackerman will move in, put the shot up, and good. Ackerman with the bucket to make it 29-21. Steal. Harris. She'll be fouled by Schumann. team foul number 6. So after this, it's bonus time for the Rams. They're going to be shooting a lot of free throws because they've still got the entire fourth quarter to go. Sarah Harris, no good. Klima and Gipple back into the game as Gordon and Schumann will have a seat for the Aces. Sarah Harris, second shot. No good. Jump ball between Siebenaller and Grieser. That'll be the Rams ball. Inbounds, and Garris pulls the trigger quick. No good. Ackerman grabs the board to Harris. Harris tosses it over to Garris. Over to Brown. Madison Brown feeds it down low. Ackerman winds up with it. Back to Brown. Brown drive in. She'll throw it up. No good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that'll put the Rams in the bonus. We'll whistle that one on Taylor Gipple. And Coach Schrader has seen enough for right now. It has been a kind of an anemic start to the second half for both teams. 5 points scored by the Rams and 4 by the Lady Aces. So 29-21. The lead has been trimmed slightly. It's down to an 8-point lead rather than a 9-point lead. Full 1 minute timeout because, again, the Aces have seemed a little lackluster to start off this third quarter. So Coach Schrader is going to talk with her gals and try to get them refocused. A lot of conversation going on over on the Rams bench as well, as we'll get ready to get back into action here. As we get closer to the start of the varsity game, crowd starting to filter in a little bit here on this Friday night. Upper deck is getting set up. We'll have some good music entertaining the crowd here during the varsity contest. But right now we're going to shoot some free throws. It'll be Madison Brown on the line. 1:28 to go in quarter number 3. Brown gets the first one. And she'll have one more. That one's no good. Rams grab the rebound, but it's stolen away by the Aces. Vasquez comes up with the ball. Gets it to Sanders, who takes it across half court. Sanders out on the wing. Inside to Siebenaller. Madison drives to the hoop. No good. And we're going to have a foul. And that'll be on Madison Siebenaller. 29-22. Liz Schaefer back in the game. And Taylor Gipple will sit down for a bit. Back on the other end. And this time Brown will shoot 1 and 1. And that one's no good. Misses the front end. Siebenaller grabs the board to Schaefer, to Sanders. Sanders again working around the perimeter to Vasquez. Vasquez going to power it down, put it up, no good. Rebound grabbed by Grieser. Grieser over to Brown. So we'll come back the other way with the Rams. Now down by 7. Garris to Brown to Harris. Harris guarded by Vasquez, and Madison Siebenaller is going to slap that one out of bounds. Gordon will come in for Klima. And Ackerman will get ready to inbounds for the Rams. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Long inbounds to Brown with 30. Brown back to Harris on the wing. Back to Brown, top of the key. She'll move it over to Garris. Garris will pull the trigger. That's a long 2 for Kennedy Garris to make it 29-24. Now a 5-point lead for the Aces. Madison Siebenoller is going to go to the hoop and get fouled. She'll shoot 2. And that is only team foul number 3 on the Rams. 8.2 seconds. Siebenoller gets the first one. Misses the second one. Harris grabs the board for the Rams with 5. Across the timeline, deflected, and we're going to have another foul. And 2 shots for Sarah Harris. And Liz Schaefer is going to get whistled for that infraction with 0.4 of a second left in the third quarter. Tinora down by 6, and Sarah Harris can cut that to 4. She gets the first one. 5-point game now, 30-25. And one more for Sarah. Her second shot, also good. Sarah Harris, 3 points now, all of them from the free throw line. And she's going to get one more because she, I guess, was out in the 3-point arc. So she'll miss that one. Madison Siebenoller grabs the rebound, and that is the end of the third quarter. And after 3, it's the Aces still leading this junior varsity game, but their lead has been cut to just 4 points, 30-26. We'll get ready for the fourth quarter here, and while we're between quarters and getting ready to head into the last 6 minutes of junior varsity basketball for tonight, we'll say another big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters here at Hicksville Community Television, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio, throughout the entire 2015-16 school year. Jim Schmidt lending their support to all of our Aces Sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television, and of course a lot of basketball games, boys and girls, from the junior high all the way through the varsity level. Wouldn't be possible without the generous support and underwriting of Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and online, JimSchmidtAuto.com, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. I want to thank them so very much for their continued underwriting support. Aces ball to start the fourth quarter. Kearns inbounds it to Siebenoller. Siebenoller bounce pass to Sanders. Sanders will kick it out to Vasquez. Vasquez tries to feed it down low to Siebenoller. Does. She tries to kick it back out to Sanders. Sanders loses the handle and it goes out of bounds. It'll be the Rams ball. Again, trailing by 4, looking to get back into this game. Brown to Dietrich. And we're going to have a whistle. And that's going to be on Schumann. And that's going to send Metz to the line for the Rams. 5:40 to go in the game. And it's double bonus now, so the Rams are going to be shooting 2 from here on out. Metz hits the front end. Not that it matters. She'll get 2 shots no matter what. Only 3 team fouls committed by the Rams, so they've got a lot that they can give up. Metz gets them both before they have to worry about sending the Aces to the line. Kearns into Sanders. As it's just a 2-point game now. Sanders inside to Siebenoller. Siebenoller loses a dribble, kicks it out to Kearns, who puts it up short. Air ball, but it's saved by Vasquez, and then it's saved again by Sanders, but grabbed by one of the Rams, and then stolen away by Kearns. Kearns to Schumann. Schumann cross to Sanders, down low to Siebenoller, who dribbles once, turns around, and is fouled. 5:09. And Madison Siebenaller back at the line for the Aces. Siebenaller gets the first one. And misses the second one. It's grabbed by the Rams. Metz driving to the hoop. Knocked out of bounds. 31-28, 5:03 left to go in the game. Inbounds to Dietrich, over to Brown. Brown, toss it back to Metz. Metz to Dietrich, back to Brown. Now work around the perimeter. See if they can get something to open up. And that will be another foul as again Brown drives to the hoop and draws the foul and gets to the free throw line. Kennedy Garris getting ready to check back in for Tinora. Madison Brown at the line, gets the first one. Back to a 2-point game. Brown, second shot. No good. Vasquez grabs the board, gets it over to Schumann. Schumann to Sanders. Sanders around the periphery to Kearns. Kearns from the free throw line. Good. Count it. And she was fouled. Alexis Kearns gets the bucket, and she's going to get the free throw. And that'll be on Burkholder. I take that back. Yep, it will be Burkholder. And she'll come out of the game. 33-29. And they're going to say it was not in the act of shooting. The foul occurred afterwards, so, and we're going to have another foul here. And that'll be on Siebenaller. And we'll go down to the other end and shoot free throws. 4:20 left to go in the game. And the aggressive play of the Rams and being in the double bonus, they're going to get plenty of opportunities here from the free throw line to climb back into this game. Shot is good. One more for Brown. Misses that one. And Siebenaller clears the board. They were wanting an over the back for that one, but Vasquez drops the pass. It's scooped up by Metz for the Rams. Down to Garris. Garris back to Metz. Metz, no good. Gordon grabs the rebound for the Aces to Sanders. Sanders going to drive down, try to pass it over to Schumann. It's going to be picked off, knocked out of bounds, and it should go to the Aces. Kearns will come back in the game for Hicksville, and Harris back into the game for the Rams. And last touched by Hicksville, they say, so Ackerman will toss it in to Metz. Metz to Harris. Turnaround jumper is up and no good. And out of bounds. Still a 3-point game. 3:38 left to go. Kearns to Schumann, right back to Alexis Kearns. To Schumann, to Kearns, full court pressure from the Rams. Kearns, a little fancy dribbling, breaks the pressure. Gives it down to Sanders. Sanders, take it into the free paint, and it's going to be stolen away by Harris. Sarah Harris going to be fouled, going to the line, going to the hoop, and she'll shoot 2. 3:19 to go. It'll be Emily Sanders drawing the personal foul. Harris, her team down by 3, makes it 2. And Harris will get one more to see if she can cut the lead to 1. And she does. Harris makes it 33-32. Siebenoller, ball deflected on the pass. Harris comes up with it for the Rams. And a timeout called quickly by the Tinora bench. So the Rams with a quick timeout to retain possession. They're down by 1, 3:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, Aces have committed 10-plus fouls, so Tinora in the double bonus. The Rams, meanwhile, have only committed 5 team fouls, so they still have a couple fouls to give before they send the Lady Aces to the line. Quick 30-second timeout from the Rams. Teams will break huddle. We'll get ready to get back into action. Tinora will have the ball on the sideline. Metz inbounds it to Greaser. Right back to Metz, who puts it up. No good. Alexis Kearns grabs the rebound. Kearns throws it to Schumann. Right back to Kearns. Kearns over to Sanders, who almost loses it. Gets it back to Kearns. Kearns almost loses it. Alexis gets it back. Some sloppy passing here from the Lady Aces. They'll move things around. They're up by 1. And they'll work it a little bit and take some time off the clock. Gordon back to Metz. 2:31. Shot up by Kearns is off the glass and no good. Harris grabs the rebound and comes back the other way. Harris to Metz. Metz from 3, no good. Harris grabs the rebound. And we'll have a whistle. And that'll be another foul on Siebenoller with 2:15 to go in the game. And a timeout from Coach Schrader. As the Rams are going to be in position, if they get both of these free throws, to retake the lead for the first time in a while. So quick 30-second timeout from the Aces. That's their second of the game. So both teams with 3 timeouts left for the last couple of minutes here. And again, the Aces with a 10-point lead or 9-point lead at halftime have seen it get whittled away by these feisty Rams. And it'll be Sarah Harris at the line with a chance to tie and maybe take the lead for Tinora. 2:15 left in the game. Harris misses the first one. She'll have one more. Taylor Gipple getting ready to, and Harris hits that one. And we're tied at 33. Gordon will come out. Gipple will come in. Kearns get ready to inbounds. Kearns gets it into Siebenoller. Back to Alexis Kearns. Kearns stolen away. And it's kicked by Harris after she steals it. Rolls out of bounds. It'll go back to the Aces. Sarah Harris, quick hands as she swiped the ball from Kearns, but then she kicked it. Inbounds to Siebenthaler. Back to Kearns. Back to Sanders. And back to Alexis Kearns. Kearns down to Schumann. To Siebenthaler. To Sanders. Sanders dribbles it off her foot, almost loses it, gets it back. Kearns, Siebenthaler. Back to Sanders. Sanders back to Siebenthaler. And back to Sanders with 1:31. Madison Siebenthaler kicks it back out to Kearns. Down low to Siebenthaler to Schumann. Schumann, pass deflected, and we're going to have a whistle. That's against the Ram. It'll be team foul number 6. So that puts the Aces one away from the bonus. We'll see. They haven't put a foul up on the board. So into Siebenthaler. Back to Kearns. Kearns, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Sanders. Double teamed on the sideline. Out of bounds. And it goes to the Rams. With 1:10 left in this junior varsity game, we're tied at 33. Grieser inbounds it to Metz. Metz to Harris. Harris into the paint, puts it up, no good. Kearns grabs the rebound. She's immediately swarmed by about 3 Rams. And they're going to whistle Metz. That should be team foul number 7. And that will send Alexis Kearns to the line to shoot 1-1. 1 minute exactly left in the game. Tied at 33. Kearns with a chance to give the Aces back the lead. Kearns misses. Ackerman grabs the board to Harris. Harris with 55. Timeout, Rams. 53.4 seconds. And Tinora, tied with the Aces at 33, calls a timeout. Full 1 minute timeout for Tinora, as both the varsity squads are out of the locker room and getting ready to come out and start their warm-ups, but we got to get this one into the books first. Student section starting to fill up, getting ready for the varsity game. Looks like a blackout night for the Aces tonight. Also, you can tell it's just about the holidays. I see a lot of the class of 2015 and finishing up their first semester at the various colleges and universities, coming back to the alma mater here. I see a few familiar faces from last year out there in the crowd. Good to see them coming back. Get ready to get back in action again. 53.4 seconds left in the game. Rams ball inbounds to Harris. Harris into the paint, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Alexis Kearns with 46 seconds. Kearns to Schumann, to Sanders with 40. Back to Kearns. Kearns to Siebenthaler, to Gipple. Gipple back to Siebenthaler. She'll kick it out to Schumann. Schumann will look for some help to Kearns. Back to Gipple. Gipple bounces it in to Siebenthaler. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And that's going to put Madison Siebenthaler at the line. 25.8 seconds. And again, we're tied at 33. So Madison looking to break the tie here. Siebenthaler gets it. Aces up by 1. Madison will have one more. Gets them both, and the Aces are up by 2 with 25. Metz quickly down the floor to Harris. Harris working around, no good. And that is Kearns who's going to be fouled by Brown. Nope, check that, by Greaser. And we'll come down to the other end, and Alexis Kearns with 14.7 seconds. We'll see if she can put another nail in the coffin for the Rams here in this junior varsity game. And we're going to have a quick substitution. Number 23, Brown, back into the game, and Ackerman will sit down. 14.7 seconds. Clock stopped, of course, for the free throws, and it's Alexis Kearns at the line. 1-1 for Alexis, and she misses the first one. So it's the Rams getting the ball back with 11. Brown to Garris. 3. Kennedy Garris sinks the tray with 3 seconds left to give the Rams a 1-point lead. What a shot! Timeout called instantly, as Coach Schrader's got to have to work feverishly. They're going to have to figure out, well, they got to go a long way in 3 seconds. See if they can get this game back, prevent the Rams from stealing one here at the red zone tonight. Kearns is going to get ready to inbounds, and again, they'll have 3 seconds to go the length of the floor, and as soon as they get out and get in position, the Rams call a timeout. Waiting to see what their setup was, and now they'll get their defense worked out, and this will be another full 1 minute timeout for the Rams. Again, we'll be sticking around, and we invite you to keep your eye on the program guide. We'll have a coverage of the varsity matchup for you as well here on Hicksville Community Television. So this is going to be the last Lady Aces game here at the red zone until, until the Junior Varsity Route 49 Classic will be played here on the 28th and 29th for the ladies. But again, for when we get back into the regular schedule, it's not until January 5th when the Aces will host Pettisville. We'll be back here in the friendly confines with the gals. And, of course, the boys, we don't have any more home games until the Monday after Christmas with the boys Varsity Route 49 Classic. So, again, Alexis Kearns going to handle the inbounds, and again, she's going to have 3 seconds to go the length of the floor. Quickly to Schumann, down to Siebenaller, and they run out of time. And the Lady Rams, well, no, the Rams, the Tinora girls steal one as they defeat the Hicksville Aces 36-35. Checking the scoring for the Lady Aces tonight as we'll do some quick calculating here. We had one Hicksville ace in double figures. That was Madison Siebenaller, finishing up with 10 points tonight. 8 for Harley Schumann. 5 points this evening for Emily Sanders. 4 each for Alexis Kearns and Tori Vasquez. And 2 points apiece for Liz Schaefer and for Taylor Gipple. And for the victorious Tinora Rams, we'll again do some quick addition here. They too had one player in double figures. That was Kennedy Garris, finishing up with 10 points this evening. 7 points tonight for Madison Brown, 6 for Sarah Harris, all of her 6 from the free throw line. It was 4 points each for Tristan Ackerman and Sydney Greaser, 2 points apiece for Alexa Dietrich and Alexis Metz, and 1 point from the free throw line again for Grace Burkholder. There you have it, unofficial scores, but again, the junior varsity game goes to the Rams. They sink the three-pointer with 3 seconds left, and the Aces can't get the ball up the floor in time to get a shot off, and they lose by a point. It's the Rams beating the Lady Aces junior varsity squad 36-35. Well, that'll wrap it up. Of course, again, we're going to stick around. We're going to have coverage for the varsity game coming your way here on Hicksville Community Television as well. So we hope that you stay tuned for that. And we'll say a thank you again to the Hicksville Athletic Department and to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And with that, we'll wrap it up for now. For Kate Murphy on the camera, I'm Bill Murphy, wishing you good night and good sports.